What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video, man. We up and at it, rolling. Just knocked the workout out today. Y'all know we getting in every day, but we got some stuff going on today, man. So I'm up and at it, cause I got a timeline. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow, the next 2 days. So this the only day I'm had to do this, and I'm undecided. Now the plan is I didn't want to debut this car on nitrous at an event, man. Cause it's really not good to be testing at an event. They're just straight up. You done been to a racing event, you know that it's not good. You don't go there to test. Really, they do testing tunes just to keep something going, but it's catered around the classes. It's hard to get some testing in. It's a lot of people. You liable to be sitting in the lane for 30 to 40 minutes at a time before you make one pass. I don't like that. Not when I'm untested and Meech not completely dialed in. Y'all know that. And it'll be the first nitro hit, so I'm undecided. So I'm torn between if I'm going to take Meech or either Dolo. Dolo definitely need plugs. It's showing no motor. It needs some plugs, man. I done hit it with the gas a couple times. A lot of miles on them. So I got to change Dolo spark plugs, and that's it for it. Don't have nothing else to do to that car. But Meech, I got to change the spark plug, and I'm going to go ahead and take the 24s off and put the radials on just in case. So I got to get that done before this evening because I got to go pick up R&B. R&B ready. So it's a lot going on today, man. R&B will come back home, then finally we'll have all the fleet reunited. And y'all know R&B ain't even got a chance to meet wifey Mustang yet, so we got to do that. So we'll finally have all 7 of them here. 7. And I said I got to get another one, man. I don't like having odd numbers. 7 is a good number. They're one of my favorite numbers. I don't know if y'all know that I always run 777 on my car. So, but that's another talking. I'm finna get these spark plug changed first. Y'all know I ain't finna turn the camera on for that. Then I'm gonna get Dolo spark plug chain. Then I'm gonna put the tires on last, cause really ain't nothing to that. Spark plugs is the big thing that I really got to get done, cause I don't like doing that at the track. But worst case scenario, if I did run out of time, which I shouldn't, I would change tires at the track on me. No big deal. So that's what we got going on. Gonna get that done, then I turn y'all back on. All right, man, we got Meech wrapped up. I don't know, I need to change the 2 oil breather caps too. They full, man. They ain't got crankcase pressure, so they fill up pretty quick. So I'm gonna put a catch can system on there, my Rosso catch can system. So now I'm over here on Dolo, still making good time. I'm over here on Dolo, getting the spark plug done. I'll holler at y'all a little bit. Let me see, let me get y'all set up. Yeah, Meech, I ain't, like I said, man, I just discovered that I knew I need a catch can system on it, because I ain't putting a vacuum pump. As I said before, I'm not putting a vacuum pump on that car. But I'm gonna get the Moroso catch can system, so I won't have to change the breather caps, the filter breather caps as frequently as now, cause they're pretty quick. And when they fill up, oil gotta find somewhere to go. When you got a lot of crankcase pressure, it kind of like a turbo. You know, when you got a turbo car, they build crankcase pressure. That's why people run catch cans. Cause if not, the oil gonna find somewhere to go. You're gonna have some oil leaks. if it get too bad, you can start blowing gaskets and stuff. Valve cover gaskets cause the pressure and all that in the crankcase. Y'all know pressure, it gotta escape somewhere. So the breather cap provides some pressure relief, and you know, that's where the oil go. And then you just keep a check on your oil level. It ain't like it pushing out a lot, but still, you know, it keep you from. Otherwise, if you don't run the catch can, you can run breather caps, which is just a smaller catch can. Not necessarily a can, but you know, you got the filtration cap at the top, and then instead of it going in the cap, it goes in the canister. It goes in the canister first, and when the canister get full, then it fills up the cap. Basically what happened to me, and then that's when you start seeing it push out around the cap. Sometimes you get people wrap rags around, cause they might be in the midst of running the class, and then you know it starts showing their face, so they wrap a rag around it as a quick fix. The rag catch the excess. That's what that is. And that's what I got going on. Natural aspirator on motor. Causes a lot of pressure in the crankcase. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run that canister, and I'm gonna always have to keep a check on it. It just on the give or take. Even with a vacuum pump, you still gotta run a catch can, but it just vacuum pump not good for the street. Just you can do it, but it's a give and take with everything. So just keep in mind when you're making excess power, you cross over to a certain power level, it's a give and take with it. It's a give and take. Even with something like this, what Dolo is, it's always a give and take. It's just not such a major. What you can take, basically, what you can stand to take. That's what you're gonna determine how fast you want to go, how extreme you want to be. But just know it's levels, even to a street car. You got some fast street cars out there, but it's some gives and takes. Yeah. So you gotta determine what's the deal breaker for you. Like something like with Meech. Like I said, you're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to dump the catch can out. You're gonna have to check that. Can you deal with that? You know, it's certain stuff. So that's what it is. But for right now, I'm gonna go get 2 new breather caps. And say, you don't want to do that. They get expensive. It's cheaper to buy that system. Spend that money, tee into it, and just dump it out and keep it clean. Which, cause if you let it get filled, if you keep an eye on it, the breather cap that comes with the catch can, you won't have to replace it. You can just, cause it won't get caked up. You won't have to replace it. So, you can really, in essence, if you keep a check on it, you can do away with having to ever buy another breather cap. Just keep it clean. But if you don't, you're gonna still be replacing breather cap, like I have to do with Meech today. I need to check these on well, this got a P. See, like this one. This one ain't full. That one right there ain't full. Cause if it is, it'll start pushing out around the cap. But Dolo has a PVC valve on it. Cause it ain't as extreme as Meech. So it got a PVC valve. Meech, you ain't run no PVC valve. You can forget that. So yeah, man, that's what you have to deal with, y'all. So we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to go to the parts store, get some breather caps, which I get that switched out today. That's easy. I get 2 of them, get them switched out. After this, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the radials on. And while I'm at it, while I'm putting the radials on, since I'm gonna have them on, I'm gonna go ahead and get a weight on it. I'm gonna go ahead and get a weight on the car with the radials and really see what it weighs versus with the rims on it. Cause it was pretty light with the rims on it. So yeah, that we got. And the evening, we going to go get R&B. Bring old R&B home, man. She been gone. I'm gonna bring her home. Go to Joe Buddy Race and go grab that. So that's the plan today. So I'm gonna finish changing these spark plugs. I'm gonna go ahead and finish get these spark plugs changed on Dolo. Then Dolo will be done. It'll be all ready. It won't be crunk up. And depending on how the weather go, gonna determine what go to the track this week. And we still, I want to go get R&B car. I plan on taking R&B to the track too. So it's gonna be a toss up between one of them three. We're gonna see something. So I'm gonna get this done. Then we're gonna throw the tires on Meech, put Meech on the scale, and then we'll go pick up R&B. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, I'm checking in. So this is where I'm at right now. Have not took a break. I'm hungry, but I got to finish this up, man. So I'm gonna get this done tonight, man. I'm finna go ahead and get these back tires put on, and then I'm gonna go eat some. Then I'm gonna make the call to Unc, see if he ready for me to come grab R&B. On the way to grab R&B, I pick up the breather caps, cause that's all I gotta do for Meech. I pick up the breather caps, pull the hood off, pop them on, we'll be good to go. So I'm finna put these tires on. We're gonna throw it on the scale, see what it weigh, and semi-race trim, cause it ain't got enough gas in it to be in what I consider race trim. But then again, like I told you, it might have 5 gallons in it. But what I need to do, drain a little bit of gas out the tank, and then pour me a full 5 gallons of race gas and see what the gas hand it read, and then I know really how much gas in it, what the gas hand read when it got 5 gallons in it. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna get this on, cover this joker back up, then I'm hit Unc up, see if he ready for me to come grab the car. We'll pop the breather caps on, and then I'm gonna check back in with y'all basically when I get R&B back, probably, or I might check in before then. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, so I ran into a problem that I didn't think about. Man, y'all see how I done stopped. I put the wheel on over here, and I didn't think about this. By the rear end being different, which, don't get me wrong, the rear end is factory length. I ordered it factory length. But you know, drums sit out a little wider than a rotor does. So now the problem we have, which you probably can guess, is that the wheel is super far on the inside, and now it's sitting on the frame. It touches on the frame. So I need a 1/2 inch difference back spacing on the wheel to correct this problem. Now the quick solution, and in my case, last case scenario, is running a nice wheel spacer, which I'm not a fan of on high horsepower cars, but and I'm probably nervous. And me, knowing me, man, I probably, if I can't get a wheel in time, another 2-back wheel, I probably won't go, cause just my mind. I'm just like that. I'm just set up like that. I'm on better safe than sorry, man. But I ran into that problem, and if I remember right, well, I just looked it up. These are 5.5 inch back spacing, and with it being so odd, man, it's a 5x5 bolt pattern, but with the back, the back spacing, the bolt pattern being a 5x5, man, wheel selection is limited. When you're talking about the lower end wheels, wheel selection limited, man, versus it having a small Chevy bolt pattern, which I don't know, man. But if I remember right, which I'm still gonna go ahead and put these on, cause I want to get a weight on it too. But these are 5.5 inch back space. So let's see. And whatever the wheels are, right there, the back spacing will work. What she got that on? Cut her thing. The back spacing will work. cause the wheels work, obviously. The 24. So let's see. Matter of fact, let's do this. Set it to 5.5 right there. And that's what it is too, 5.5. You measure from the hood. Hold on, I went in. You measure from the hood right here. And it's 5.5. So what I need is a 5-inch back spacing wheel, which will bring the hub closer this way and decrease the back spacing. So that's how that works. So I need a 5-inch back spacing. So it'll bring this back. It'll push the face of the wheel in a little bit, or in this way, which will shorten this distance and it'll bring the wheel forward closer to the car. If you increase the back spacing, it pushes this farther and makes this inside lip bigger, deeper. Which on a Camaro F-body, you run a 7.5-inch back spacing. So those wheels, this inside inner lip is crazy deep. And the face pretty much out there on the front. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find some 5-inch back spacing, 10-inch wheel, literally, and get them in 2 days. I have to get them in 2 days, cause I would have to get the tires put on and then get them out, put it on the car and stuff, man. It's just, I don't know, man, but I'm still gonna put them on the car so I can weigh the car, continue the day, and stay on schedule, cause I'm a little behind from sitting down, wondering what I'm gonna do and all that. So y'all stay tuned, man. Alright, so I got this thing on the scale and I discovered something, man. I said, boy, I was happy yesterday. Well, not yesterday, whatever day it was. But I was happy when I put it on scale. But I went back and looked at my picture and something was wrong, man. That scale right there was reading wrong on 24. Cause I was like, ain't no way this car heavier on these wheels than it is 24. So look. So we got a correction on that video, man. Of course, it's not 34. I bet some of y'all probably said, man, what the world, ain't no way, what you did. And I was saying that too, but if it was, I was happy. But it did lose weight now. It did lose weight. So it's 36.27. But see, that left rear scale wasn't reading right on the 24s the other day. It was reading that it was 300-some pounds over there. And I was like, ain't no way. Cause these wheels, we done weighed the 24s and we weighed these before, but I would have to find the screenshot. But I know these back wheels are not heavier than 24s. So it's 36.27, which with 5 gallons of gas, it's probably 36.40. So race ready, it's still gonna be right on the 4,000 pounds, depending on the drive. With me, and it'll be right on the 4,000 pounds. But so it's still heavy, still on the heavy side. You know, Dolo registered over 4. So Dolo is heavier than this car. But see, now I gotta get another weight with the 24, man. But what I'm about to do now, I'm about to run the parts store, get those 2 breather caps. Then I'm gonna buy a 1-inch spacer and a 1/2-inch spacer, just to see how much. Really, I'm gonna buy a 1/2-inch spacer to see how much it'll get this wheel out the frame. And will it be too close for comfort, or it be just enough? And I got to do that ASAP, call. In order for me to get some wheels on time, I'm gonna have to pay for a rush, and I need to order some today. Which at this point they still probably won't go out tomorrow, and I'll just be getting them on Friday. And I just gotta hope to God that they don't come in Friday evening, call, to where I don't have time to get the tire put on. But that's what I'm about to do. So I'm finna be taking this wheel on and off. Like I said, I'm gonna put the space on. And my 24s actually 4.5-inch back spacing, and they work, but I ain't never paid attention to the clearance between the wheels and right here, cause it stay up a little bit. And that's what I don't want. I don't want to space it out too much, and then it getting close to this, cause y'all know these tires a little fatter than a 24. Them tire chain stuff, they're a little fatter than 24, so I wanna check that, man. But I'm gonna get a 1/2-inch spacer, just one for the time being, so I can check. Cause right now where I'm at is buying some wheels, and they're gonna be mixed match for right now. Cause I'm just trying to get the back to get them here on time, and then I'm gonna have to get some expensive wheels So for the sake of weight, I'm just gonna get back to right now, go ahead and get them on the way. And yeah, that's what we about to do. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, I got back. I made it back. I got these, which I'm not keeping on there, and I bought one breather cap because I ain't had the other one. So what I'm about to do first, and I'm actually gonna go get R&B tomorrow, cause this right here, this dilemma just this dilemma threw me for a loop, man. So I wasn't finna be scrambling to go get R&B. So we gonna go ahead and get this situated. And I'm still, like I said, I'm not sure on if I'm gonna have wheels in time, cause I still ain't ordered at this time. It is well into the evening, but I got to figure this. If I'm gonna have to spend that type of money, I got to have it right. Figure this out first. So I'm gonna take this and put it on, then I'm gonna put the 24 back on, sit on the ground, so I can see exactly how I sit with a 4.5 inch backspacer. Cause I'm not about to buy the wrong wheels, man. And yeah, I can return them, but since I have to have stuff shipped, I'm not trying to ship no something of that nature back. I ain't trying to fool with that shipping costs associated with that. And when you running wheel spacers, you got to have longer studs. Ain't no maybe in it. You have to have longer studs. So keep that in mind. If you think about running these, might as well go ahead and run longer studs. I'm gonna take these back. I just need these for a reference. They 5/16 of an inch thick, so they not hub centric. So you know, we're finna see how they sit. Still close. It's still pretty close. So we're gonna put both of them together. Which I mean, when I tighten it down, they're still pretty close, man. That's a little closer than I like. So I'm gonna put both of them together, and I'll try that, and then turn y'all back on. All right, that's it with 2 spacers on combined, which is about a 1/2 inch. It's still here. It's underneath there. Said that's that. I'll show y'all this. There's that right there. So 4.5 inch back spacing, I think will be a little too much to me when it come down right here. Now the ride height is up. It's up a little high for the 24s, and they're just for the sake of riding people in the car. But it'll clear if the car happen to squat. It'll clear the tie. So I think 5 inch back spacing gonna be the winner, cause they 5.5 back spacing wheels. So I'm gonna think a 5 inch gonna be on the money. And the problem spot really was right here, where it always is with most stuff. If it's too wide, it back there in the front. You can get by right here, but but it was back there. So the 24s, like I said, the 24s, the difference is the 24s is 4.5 inch back spacing, and they sit fine. But this tire, man, it's the properties of the tire. See this tire right here, that's what get caught. Right up in here, the 24s, where this tire come down, kind of balloon like, the 24s is a wheel, and it's just straight up. It's flat. So you can get by and miss this. If I run a 4.5 inch back spacing on the racing wheel with this tire that's ballooned and kind of out, puffed out, versus, see what I'm saying? See, it puffed out, you can point it down, you don't see no wheel. You take the 24, let me see. If you point it down, you're gonna still see a hair of the rim. See? Oh, there it is. See right there. Standing straight up and down, you can still see the wheel. So that's the thing. That's why I can get by with a 4.5 inch back spacing. And if this come down and it squat, which my car don't squat, but still better safe than sorry. If they come down and squat, I ain't got to worry about it slicing up my 24 inch tire. But on the racing wheel, I think we're gonna need a 5 inch back space. I ain't no think in it, cause they're about a 1/2 inch right there. And a 5/16 of an inch, it clears, but if that rear end go shift either kind of way for whatever reason, I'm scared it's gonna catch the frame. You don't have no wiggle room. So I'm about to get these spacers off, put them back in the pack, and I think that's pretty much it for today, man. I'm gonna see what my timeline looking like. I done missed the window, so if it's not saying I can get them in time, man, I don't know. If it's not saying I'm gonna get them in time, there is no way possible I can get to the track, cause I don't have a 5 inch back spacing wheel, and I could go buy a steel rim that they have in stock, but then I'm putting extra weight back there. I ain't trying to do that. I already hate the fact that I gotta buy these super expensive racing wheels, which I ain't got no problem doing, but I'm just not big on racing wheels. As long as it's a lighter weight wheel, which the racing wheels I'm gonna buy, they gonna be even lighter than these, so it's a benefit. But still, the weight difference between quote unquote name brand wheel and cheaper racing wheel is not enough. It's not enough to me. Now in some cases that is different, like you can pick them up and they significantly lighter, but it's not enough for the price point. What I'm saying, you're paying more for the style and name better versus the weight reduction. That's what I'm getting at. Is it worth the extra money you're gonna spend, which is at this point is thousands of dollars, and the wheels, let's say the wheels, that's only a total weight difference of 4 or 5 pounds. Is 4 or 5 pounds worth extra $1,000 when you're talking on the performance side? No, not to me. Just like, would you pay extra $1,000 to scale your car and only lose 5 pounds, which you really barely not gonna see on the track? It ain't gonna make a difference like that. So except the distribution on the front end weight, or you maybe want to lower the front end weight or rear end weight, but it's not enough to make a difference. You're really paying for the style more than anything. Bead locks and all that stuff, you pay for that extra. That does serve a purpose. But it's just what I got to do. Having a 5x5 bolt pattern on a car kind of an oddball, cause not many cars come 5x5 except big bodies. But if I had the smaller Chevy, then little pattern, then I had more options and back spaces. But it is what it is, man. We don't cry over spilled milk. There's water under the bridge now. That's how I feel. So I'm finna get this thing off here, man. We got everything tuned up. I ran into this issue. I wish I would have thought about that earlier, man. I could have had some wheels and had this knocked out. But it is what it is, man. They keep hindering us, man. Still trying to hinder us from making that hit. But yeah, man, that's it, y'all. They're gonna wrap it up. So I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. BCG, we out.